Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the video. This is another paid request, this time for Walker. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is Walker wanted me to talk about episodes 2 and 3 of season 1 of this show called Banshee. Because he had wanted me to do a first time commentary on the first episode, which I did a few days ago. And I didn't know anything about this show. I had never heard of this show. Apparently Cinemax, which back in the day we would call it Stinemax, for understandable reasons, they wanted to compete with HBO. And so they wanted their own original programming, and this is one of the shows that lasted, yes, 4 seasons. And the setup is this guy played by Anthony Starr. He just got out of prison. One thing leads to another. He gets to this town called Banshee. And he's in this bar. And the guy who's going to be the new sheriff comes into the bar. And then these thugs that try to pick on the bar owner, played by Frankie Faison, who I remember as, I think, Barney, the guy who worked at the hospital and Silence of the Lambs. Well, hospital, the facility that Hannibal Lecter was in. He also had appearances in Hannibal. He was also in this film called Highwaymen with Jim Caviezel. Whether leads to another, the sheriff gets killed before he even had his first day on the job. And so this guy, our lead, decides to, one way or another, take the guy's identity. And with the help of this guy played by Hoon Lee, who I think is the voice of Splinter in that 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon, helps with his online ID. So then he becomes the new sheriff of this town, where amidst the town there's this woman who's married, but this woman used to be our lead's girlfriend. And they had stolen money from this guy named Rabbit, played by Ben Cross, from Chariots of Fire, The Unholy. He was in the Dolph Lundgren film, The Russian Specialist. Sadly, he's passed away. And they had stolen some diamonds or stuff from him long ago. And she got away scot-free with the help of our lead, and the lead took the jail time. So that lady has a family now, a new husband, a daughter, a son. I'm trying to remember her name. Damn it. Anna/Terry. One's her old name. I think her old name was Anna and her new name is Terry. And pretty much it's this guy who's a former convict, but no one knows that, and he's the new sheriff in town. And his name's not Reggie Hammond, though. And I'm watching the episode, I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't know, this just seems kind of like a typical setup of a plot. Feels like something I've seen done many times before, and the characters don't seem like interesting to me, and the lead seems kind of bland. Kind of one of those guys you would see in these direct-to-video films, whether it be like Johnny Mesner or Dominic Purcell or some of these other guys. Like Anthony Starr doesn't really impress me as an actor. So you did in episode 2. You learn a little bit more about that they had stolen from this guy, Rabbit, played by Ben Cross. You find out that Ben Cross is the father of Anna/Terry. Our lead guy is dealing with the Moody brothers because one of their own was killed at the end of the first episode. There's this local crime lord. Character's name is Proctor. Which I don't mind the actor. But I mean, So far, there hasn't been anything that really jumps out. At the end of this episode, this dealer that sold people bad shit, he gets the guy killed by one of his dogs. He's a guy, that plays chess. I mean, it just seems stuff that's typical, and I've seen time and time and time again. And it's definitely a show that loves its skin. It loves some of its sex scenes, so still keeping that skin-a-match tradition. Because here, our lead has sex with this local girl, party girl, who he finds out is an Amish girl. And Amish girls is crazy. I gotta go see the Amish then. You have some drama going on with Anna / Terry's daughter character, who's with her boyfriend, and there's this dealer, same dealer that dies at the end of the episode by the dog, but the guy's a scumbag trying to tease her with a bottle going up her stomach. Kind of like doing one of these. And it's one of those things that the characters aren't really that interesting to me. It's not that the acting by the supporting characters aren't. It's not that they're bad. It's just there's nothing in that really gets me that intrigued by these characters. And like I said, the lead guy just, I don't think he's got a whole lick of charisma to him, at least in my opinion. And there's nothing in terms of music or action. I would say episode 3, which I'll get to, is definitely the best of the 3 so far. And I will bet money on this. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I will bet money on this. There's a character, the daughter character. I will bet money that this fucking person is a daughter of the lead guy. I bet that's going to be part of some reveal. Because there's these scenes where the lead is talking with this girl, or at the end here helps her out of this rave. There's a rave's going on. That's the penultimate part of this episode where the cops go into this rave and there's drugs being passed around, but you find out that some of the drugs are fucked up. So people, including the daughter's boyfriend, Odysee. Bit of a foot chase where the lead catches up with one of the guys and beats the shit out of him. And Proctor's pisses his dealer for having raves because I don't shit where I sleep. Like, you want to do it in other cities, fine, but not where I live. So that guy gets killed by a dog off screen. And the lead takes the daughter home. So I'm just sitting there going, I just bet that there's going to be some kind of bit where, again, it's his daughter or some kind of... I just have that feeling. Because they do that a lot on these TV shows. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, well, there you go. And so, like, episode 2, I'm sitting there going, okay, what is this really different, unique compared to other shows of this ilk? Episode 3, that's really more the episode where you find out Anna / Terry's the daughter of Ben Cross. So I got ahead of myself. And most of this episode is about this champ, this MMA champ, named, I think, Sanchez, that is invited into the town, going to have a fight, that's going to publicity, going to set up this casino that the local guy, Proctor, and this other guy are going to open up a casino. One thing leads to another. The MMA guy assaults and beats his lady during sex. The lead finds out about this. and confronts the MMA guy and gets into a brutal fight. And that's really, of the 3 episodes, I would say that's the best scene in this show so far. Because it's a brutal fight. You know, the lead guy has experience in prison fighting, so he gets beaten up a bit, but he's able to do some pretty brutal tactics, biting, takes the guy's fingers and does this to rip him apart a bit. Biting at the ear. I remember when he takes the fingers, like this, and just, like, ew. Even I winced. And then takes the guy and then breaks his arm. And the lead actor, there are times where he did say a line, and I could feel a bit of that intensity, to be fair to the guy. Like when Proctor's talked to him, he's like, "You should be afraid. Yeah. Why you show me right?" Oh, the Proctor says, "You should be afraid of me. You're screwing me over." And the lead guy goes up to Proctor and goes, "Why don't you show me why? Right now. Show me why I should be afraid." So, at times he could showcase that intensity. It's just that a lot of times he just comes off as a bit wooden, bland, nothing that charismatic or enticing about the guy. I just don't think he has that star it factor. Like, whatever people want to say about Van Damme or some of these other guys, or Dolph, they have that it factor. I just don't see it in this guy, so... Like I said, of the episodes, that was the best one. Because it was satisfying to see this MMA cocky guy who thinks he's holier than thou get his shit pushed in and get his comeuppance. You know, that was nice to see. Let me see if there's a comment from Walker I want to find out. That's why I'm playing with my phone, trying to find it. Because by this time I've uploaded the first episode, what his comments were on the others on the show. But yeah, this is a show I did not even know existed. It's very much under the radar. I know he compared it to like Breaking Bad, and I don't know, man. I think Breaking Bad is much better. Because Breaking Bad, like, that's a character, a lead character that is definitely more interesting and more enticing and more pulling me into the show. Let me see if I can get to the damn thing. At least that's my opinion on it. Okay, let me find... Okay. No, I don't want to play the ad. Actually, I'll look at all the comments. Show is good from start 1 and 2, but rest of it 3 and 4 were trash. That's from John Rambo. Just watch Anthony Starr playing an evil Superman, Homelander, and The Boys. These are one of the best villains. Decided to give Banshee a chance, was pleasantly surprised. Pretty slow at first, but then you get some great villains. The show starts to hit its site. Here's Walker. The show starts to hit its site by episode 3, and especially season 3 is the most entertaining and action-packed. But it's a show that there's a good chance you'll like if you enjoy shows like Breaking Bad or The Last of Us. Well, I don't really care about The Last of Us. I did like Breaking Bad, though, so far. I mean, if I have to wait till season 3 for it to get exciting, I don't know if that really makes it a good show. The show starts to hit exciting by episode 3. Like I said, that one bit in episode 3 I liked. Just for something actually happened. But again, if I have to wait till season 3 for it, I don't know, man. Like I said, maybe if it would help if it was a different lead guy. If it was a different lead actor, I think that would help a lot. I think that would help. Like, Tulsa King, you could argue, there's been stuff that will remind you of other shows, Tulsa King. But Sylvester Stallone starring in it and giving a really solid performance really made that work. So again, maybe if it was, like I said, a different lead, that would help quite a bit. So I would say that at the end of the day, that probably is my biggest issue with the show is I wish it was a more exciting or more charismatic or more just better lead, at least to me. But again, that's just me. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.